GM, everyone, and welcome to another episode of FOMO Hour. Today is Friday, October 24th, 2025. Friday. Oh, baby. And folks, is the Trump tariff inflation in the room with us right now? Data says no, absolutely not. A soft CPI print came in again this month. Stocks are at all-time high. Crypto is rallying this morning as well. And today we are asking, is this rally going to continue or will it fail like the others? We're going to break it down on today's show. I'm your host, Tyler D. Farouk and Mando will be joining us here shortly. We've got a lot to talk about today. A busy morning here this Friday. We're going to talk market report. Z and Trump looks like they're going to meet next week, next Thursday. We had CPI come in this morning. We had PMI data come in. It's strong. University of Michigan sentiment data, way out of whack. We'll talk about that. JP Morgan getting into spot crypto collateral. Trump pardoning the CZ. A lot of pushback on that one. We'll talk market reactions as well. Meteora had a big debut yesterday. We had Meg ETH on yesterday with Bread Guy. Some new tokenomics have been going around. We may touch on those. A bit of action in the meme streets, actually. This FOMO app hitting new all-time high overnight. We'll talk about that a little bit. I want to debrief on some of the state of crypto takeaways from A16Z's report if we've got time at the end of the show. And we also have to react to yesterday's interview on Against the Odds with Polymarket CMO Matthew Modabber. That you may have seen the clips, but we got him to open up a little bit about that Polymarket token. Got a little bit of alpha live on the stream yesterday. So we'll talk about what that means and a lot more. Folks, you need to stay tuned to the end of today's show. We are doing YEET giveaways. YEET giveaways are back, baby. It is Fartcoin Friday. 4 YEET giveaways going out at the end of the show. I don't know if we've got the details on exactly who is going to get those. I think likely going to be a mix of subs and live listeners. We'll get the details out to folks here in the chat as the show goes on, but you can expect those at the end of the show here today. And as always, shout out to our partner Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect powers billions in volume monthly across wallets, apps, users, and institutions. That blue logo, it's everywhere. An icon of trust in crypto, as recognizable as Visa at the checkout. If you want to learn more, follow at Wallet Connect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next. All right, well, let's get into it. I will do my best Mando impression again here today to start taking us through the market report. And we got quite a bit of data coming through here this morning. Taking a look first at the crypto board. Oh, looks like we are selling off. So we had a post CPI pump. Bitcoin got to 112. Looks like now we're reversing all the way back to where we were. Now 110,400. It's still up 1% on the day. ETH up 2%, 39.22, but that was closer to 4K on the back of the CPI news. BNB up 3%, 11.17. SOL up 1%, 192. So the rally has certainly fallen off a bit. Stocks, I don't know if anything has happened macro in the last 10 minutes, or this is just the crypto reversal that we see every day. It seems like at this point, stocks are at all-time high. Yeah, I think Dow had a new all-time high here this morning. This is on the back of news that Trump and Z are going to meet next week on the 30th. And then CPI came in this morning, 3% for September, lower than expected by a touch. So inflation not that out of control. Additionally, we got some strong data from PMI here this morning. It looks like U.S. business activity accelerating in October, second fastest pace of the year. So inflation not that bad. Business activity is accelerating. It's a strong setup for Q4. And then I just thought this was interesting and funny. So the University of Michigan polls folks on their inflation expectations, and the 1 year is at 4.6%, while the data is at 3%. So folks are expecting it to be 50% higher than it actually is right now. So expectations, once again, out of touch with reality. And this is just reflecting back on the tariff inflation fears and how it was going to wreck the U.S. economy. And they have certainly just not come to light But folks are still fearful. And that's why our trusty fear and greed index still at 32 here with Bitcoin at 110K and rallying. It was actually a pretty decent day for alt. So virtual is a big mover. I missed a little bit of this last night. I'll have to dig in. Maybe we'll talk about it next week on the show. But something with this new 402X protocol, I'll try to find it live on stream. But some AI coins got some big love overnight. Virtual is up 18%, biggest mover in crypto on the day. MYX up 17%. World Liberty Fi up 12%. Zcash up 10%. Astra up 8% as well. Talking about some buybacks. On the CPI front, I think the immediate next question is, okay, what does this mean for rate cuts? And it looks like one cut in October and next week's FOMC meeting, still heavy favorite, 97% on Polymarket. The CME book has it at, let's see, for October, 95%, 5% chance of no cut. What is interesting to me is for December, 92% chance that we'll have 2 cuts here the rest of the year, 3% chance of 3 cuts. So it is a possibility. Folks, breaking news. We got Farouk in the studio now. Farouk,
Yo.
GM, how you doing?
GM, how you doing?
Good. Just taking us through the morning, which was a bullish morning, but now we're selling off again. Huge shocker. What have you been up to? You had a big panel with Ledger yesterday. What was that exactly?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm late. I was in traffic. I came to Paris to be part of the Ledger Open. So, I think it's like once a year, or like it's been a couple of years. I forget. Ledger hosts this, like, it's kind of like they kind of like Apple, like every year they make an announcement of new suite of products and everything. And so, I've been working with them since like 2021 now. And so they wanted me to do a live stream. It started with Ovi Mendo and I. We actually, this show, when it was GM Web3, we came here in Paris in 2022 in December, and we hosted a live spaces from the Ledger Open when they announced the stacks for like 3 hours straight. And we had people roll through, and they were like, they want to do this again, but on video in the middle of the office. So I was streaming for like 2.5 hours there. And then, like guests just kept rolling through and people they had there. So it was a lot of fun. Some good announcements on their end. I like where they're headed, So it's always good to be at a Ledger event. Some of my favorite in the industry.
How are the vibes? Do you have a chance to catch up with folks offline? We feeling bullish? Were they as fearful as our market index is showing here still in late October?
You know what it is? And I feel like I'm feeling it too, actually. Like, I have no idea where we're going right now. In terms, like, obviously it's always up and to the right, the trend in general, like on a long enough time horizon. But like you just told me we just sold off. I wasn't aware. I just saw the pump this morning. And it's like I was talking to a friend of ours who's like a trader, daily, very active trader also. And we were talking about this last night. Like every time we pump, it's like a baby pump. Like we're not getting we're not getting the, we go to 112 and then smack back down to 109, or we go from 107 to 108, or like Solana goes we're not like, actually Solana candles are pretty cool. Like they're always at 5, 6, 7%, but I feel like Bitcoin has trouble pumping more than 2%, right? This is like a tight range right now. How do you feel? Like I will never be bearish in my life, and I'm not bearish at all, and I'm positioned bullish always, but like I'm a little confused, It's like, where are we going?
Yeah, I think it's okay to be confused. Confused is the right reaction when this is what the last 7 days of price action looks like,
right?
On Bitcoin. We've talked about it a little bit with Mando, and I think it's just clear that there are big sellers. We've been talking about Asia selling. It could be more pervasive across the globe. Clearly some folks taking profits. 4-year cycle believers are selling. Long-term holders are selling here. That is clear. I think his view is it's going to continue through November. I think what's also on my radar for November is November 6th, again, is basically 1 year after the Trump pump. So capital gains will be coming into play. So maybe folks taking profits on the 1 year mark. So I think that's going to be a little bit of turbulence, but I don't know. Like the macro bullish headlines keep coming in. We're going to get 2 more rate cuts this year, if not a chance at 3. That's what the odds are telling us right now.
We've got headlines like JP Morgan now letting institutional clients pledge Bitcoin and ETH as collateral. So prior it was via ETFs. Now it's spot, right? So they're working with a third-party custodian to enable this. All the big banks are getting in. It's hard to be bearish on any kind of a time frame outside of the next, couple weeks, right? It's hard to predict what the price is going to do on a day-to-day basis, but
yeah,
still remain quite bullish. A few interesting tweets. Folks may have seen this data going around. I think it's Will Manitis was tweeting about this, Alex Kruger as well. And I'll zoom into some of these charts. But basically, whenever Bitcoin open interest gets flushed by 30% or more, there's a 75% chance that it's up substantially in the next 90 days. And this is proven pretty consistently over time. So just more data points in our favor for a Q4 Santa Claus rally. Not exactly sure when it's going to come, but still feel
usually it's like the early December, right? Santa Claus rallies. It's like that's usually when it's about around, no?
Yeah, and I think we're lined up for it again. So I think it's just going to be painful showing up every day, absorbing this chop on a day-to-day basis when it doesn't really necessarily make sense. Checking in on the KBM versus Mando market makers are loving it once again. We're right smack in the middle. Volume.
What a dream.
429K now.
Wow, that's gonna end up being one. Well, that is already one of our best markets ever.
Folks may not know this. We were trying to get KBM on the show.
Yeah,
and I wanted to talk about this with Mando. As it is his YEET co-founder, right? But without getting into too much detail, folks, unless you were living under a rock, you saw this massive NBA scandal yesterday. So it turns out there's been some wild betting scandals across the NBA. So Terry Rozier was basically busted. I think the FBI is who raised this for point shaving. And when you look at the clips, like they are egregious. Like they were so obvious. And what's coming out, like folks like Brian Windhorst are saying that the sports books flagged this the day it happened. Because like they saw the money coming in on these strange player props way over averages. Basically, the NBA knew about this and just kind of shoved it under the rug. And now the FBI is exposing it.
Wait, take us through what's going on. Like this is like insane. So I started digging because I'm not a big NBA guy, but I started like digging into this. And this is crazy.
Let me try to see if I can find any good summaries here.
Yeah, let's see it.
It's probably gonna be hard to find the clips, but basically, Rozier caught up in some gambling scandals where he was point shaving, and so he was flopping on purpose, throwing balls out of bounds, losing his dribble, and he was. And what's the most interesting about this is he's on these massive contracts. I don't know the exact details. He's making like $25 million a year. The most you can even get down on player props is like a few $100K. So he's jeopardizing his entire career for. Oh, yeah, here's the clips. Oh God.
Wait, show me that again.
Yeah, it's a 50-second video. There's several clips of here. So look, yeah, he's just.
Okay, he's just like
the ball effectively.
So this is a grown man making 25 million a year, taking a bribe.
Doing this on purpose to lose, so that unders on his player props, number of points, all hit. So now the question is how pervasive this is. Now where KBM comes in to play. God, I can't stop watching this highlight reel. I do encourage folks to take a few seconds and just go through like NBA Twitter. It was absolutely electric yesterday. But KBM came out of left field and commented yesterday. I'll see if I can find this. Scumbag Fox, I was among the victims of this LMAO, and insane to see that maybe the reason I never had winning sessions at these games is because they are rigged. So Chauncey Billups, a former player and the Trailblazers coach, was indicted for this poker game. They were running a rigged poker game with like glasses and x-ray scanners on the poker table.
crazy.
And the draw was come play with NBA players, right? So like if you're a
and
whale,
the shufflers, right? The shufflers were rigged.
So like if you are a poker whale or a poker sharp, like you love this, right? Like you want to come play with these rich guys. They're probably not that good. And it's fun. You get a chit chat with these NBA players. Turns out KBM was involved in the game. And he was losing because it was rigged.
I can't believe KBM got liquidated by NBA players.
It is just incredible cinema on the timeline. I don't think he can talk much about it just yet.
He can't. I asked him.
I would love to hear the firsthand story. Maybe we'll get it eventually. But there will be like the Netflix docuseries about this. Like this is an insane story. And it's very likely that more NBA players are caught up in this. So now folks are trying to pull up the clips of players having bad nights.
And also they go through their old tweets, like 2012, like LeBron James, like a bunch of old tweets from these people. You know what my thesis is here? Is that we all know like these NBA, like a lot of these professional sportsmen are like huge gamblers.
Mm-hmm.
I think, because this is tied to La Cosa Nostra, right? You read about this, like the mafia. By the way, we're so back. Like Italian mob is back, dude. Like that, dude. I'm gonna be rolling like De Niro in Casino from here forward, bro. Like we're this back. You know what I mean? Like this is the new attire until further notice. So welcome back to the Gambinos and co. But my thesis here is genuinely a lot of these were probably caught up in like debt. And it was pretty much a situation of like, yo, help us rig those games or like, we're fucked. Like, I think we're going to hear a lot about these stories because a lot of these like professional players are just, they're surrounded by people, bad influence. They gamble. They make a lot of money. They're young. Like, I would not be surprised if, I'm not saying they're like innocent, okay? But like, I wouldn't be surprised if like there's some crazy shit that comes out of this, like extortion, right? That's the term. That'd be crazy.
We're just scratching the surface, so there is more to come. And
there's Wesley. Did you see Wesley, the Spirit Azuki? You know that trader, the Chinese lad?
No, I don't know.
So go search Wes, Wesley. He said he was taken for $4 million by these mobsters. He's a professional poker player, like a really big one. And he said he was getting like threats and stuff after losing stuff. Yeah, he was rinsed for $4 million. Big CT guy.
The mafia cheated me for $4 million and life threatening me. Yikes.
Yeah.
So
and he's like a really big poker player. Yeah.
This runs deep. And then like arguably the worst part about it is the NBA knew about it and kind of swept it under the rugs. So now I think that's all gonna get blown out. In the same week that the NHL is lining up prediction market partners.
I love that. So who's the official prediction market partner of the NHL? Because I'm a little confused about the announcement.
You confused is the correct reaction with two big players saying they are the official partner. So they're both the official partner. It turns out, and maybe others will be the official partners as well. Maybe on the prediction market front, maybe we talk about this quickly. Farouk, I don't know if you had a chance to catch it or get the debrief on this. And now some of the news sites are kind of running stories off our interview, but we got Matthew Modaber on live with us and had to ask him about the token. Wasn't sure what he was going to give us. And in the moment, I couldn't quite tell if he was just kind of walking the company line or actually kind of giving us extra. And it seems like we got a little bit more info.
You're viral. You were all over my feed this morning.
And had previously been given out. So I'll try to find the clip here.
Yeah, you should play that
morning.
That was a good interview, right? They're good. He's a good guy, honestly. Like I hit him up, like he was down right away. Like he's just a good dude.
Yeah, he was fantastic. It was a great interview, and specifically for the token. I mean, he basically said, "Yeah, the token's coming, but we want to do it right." And my interpretation of that is it's gonna take time. So it's not coming this year. I would not bet it's coming in Q1 26. I think 2026 is probably like 50%. Is my read. So
really?
Don't expect it anytime soon. And as you think about kind of the roadmap forward right now for prediction markets overall. And then, so he also said in the interview that elections, politics is their bread and butter. So we've got midterms next November. I could see a scenario where they don't want the messiness, the overhead of a token launch ahead of midterms, which is going to be such a big event for them. So is it right now they're focused on the US mobile app launch, right? He said that this is number one. We got to get out in the US. You do that, that's a focus for a quarter. Now you've got a small window to launch the token ahead of the midterms. So part of me thinks is it Q1 27 now? It's kind of where I think that's a very likely scenario, because if you launch then you still have the 2028 election cycle as like, okay, here's our next growth. So you have another 15 months to continue growing volumes in the midterms, a mini blow off into that, then launch the token in 27. So that's kind of my current read on all this. I encourage folks to go back and watch the interview. And we also had a couple of VCs on from Pantera, from Arrington Capital, talk about how they're looking at investing in prediction markets. They're excited about it.
They all are. It's funny, right? Like, I mean, Pantera is early, right? Didn't Pantera partake in Seed of Polymarket, or was it?
Yeah, they were in one of the latest rounds, and I'm blanking now if it was Kalshir.
You were an early Polymarket investor, right? And I forget. I mean, Pantera tends to be in everything.
And then Arrington Capital was in Limitless. So Kelly we didn't grill her on the Limitless launch and some of the social.
She didn't have any take on that.
Social strategy from that. But one of the takeaways was just like the prediction market alts, like new prediction markets, niche prediction markets, tools and analytics built on top of prediction markets. Like we're top of the first for this. And I think that is going to be a very interesting sector to invest in for the near future. And like, honestly, it's such a good setup for it right now. Like, what else is there? Memes are kind of dead. The meme trade will never go away, but they clearly have lost a lot of their hype. The perps meta is here. It's playing out. It's going to come in waves. AI is kind of coming back a little bit, but not really. There's not really a defined meta. And prediction markets are hot. So I think this is going to be, I'm not calling prediction markets a meta, but these other like tokens that may spin up for, new.
Well, a lot of people will write it as a meta. You're not wrong in that sense. Like there's going to be, and we talk about this a lot. We've said this on the show, like, when something becomes popular, people like we treat it as an asset class that's going to last forever. And that's going to trillions of dollars. Some people will be treating prediction markets as just a meta, which is fine. But on the builder side, you want to avoid, buying into people who treat prediction markets as just a meta, right? Because those are the people that will just not be around in 2, 3, 4 years. It's interesting. You think Polymarket's may not launch token next year. I think because it's true, because I think they're trying to do it like the way that's like the token is going to be equity and stuff. Like I'm so deep into researching that stuff. Like I'm so I want to geek out on this at some point. Like I know nothing much anymore. I just need to talk to like a crazy lawyer for hours, I think. But like, because when you think about it, like Polymarket doesn't need to launch a token. They're raising at 15 billion now. Did you see that? Yeah. Allegedly. I mean, Shane's cashed in. Like he's a billionaire at this stage. Like he's billions and billions. And the token, I mean, what does it do, right? We don't really have any view on like how much money they're making, right? In terms of revenue. We know Kalshi-ish, but we don't really know how much ish. I would say ish. It's tough, right? We don't have a lot of view on how much these companies are making. So I think a 1-to-1 token backed with equity would like break the world. Like that would be like an insane top 10. I'm really hoping that's where they go.
It would be interesting. And there's a lot of ways, there's a lot of paths you can go. You have to figure out the utility. Yeah. You have to figure out if you want to do buybacks, and you want to do it right. Because like you come out of the gate and you mess this up, like it's kind of like a one-time shot thing, right? Like you can try to fix it, but we know that's pretty hard to do.
No, you have one shot.
Yeah.
You have one shot, you know.
And also potentially an IPO, right? So like they're balancing an IPO in the mix of this as well, I would imagine.
Surely with the NYSE,
yeah,
surely they're going the IPO route.
So there's they've got a lot going on over at All HQ. 99 problems.
$15 billion.
One. They're going billion for billion, band for band. They actually got the 10 billion announcement, and then like an hour later, it was probably 15, which is so funny.
It's funny because
after they're like, it's like 2 weeks after their last round.
I know, like Polymarket announced a $100 million raise, and then Kalshi announced $200 million raise. It was funny though. It does feel like Kalshi keeps getting one-upped in that band for band, right? Like Kalshi is very reactive to Polymarket's announcements, I feel. And then out of nowhere, like Kalshi announced, like I forgot what, and then Polymarket announced an NYSE, which was like, you can't beat that. It's like, whoa, it's like, you know, they slammed it on the table, right? And then Kalshi comes out with a 5B raise after. Then like, okay, no, we got to one up Polymarket now, 10 billion.
Yeah.
And then Polymarket's like, nuh-uh, 15 billion. It's like,
you know, they're watching each other. I asked Matthew about this. He gave a pretty politically correct answer, in which, of course, he did.
Of course.
But they say that they respect Kalshi. They know that the builders and players there.
Oh, they hate each other. I don't buy that.
He said they're the Poly is still the best.
You know they don't like the handshake between Tarek and Shane at that summit. Like, you know, there's no love here, bro. Like I am convinced. And by the way, I'm not talking with information. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, there's no chance these two they like each other. Those companies, they fight online, right? You remember Will the Gate got an argument with the Kalshi, like they, you know, there's no love here. It's a.
I will say it was behind the scenes. It was a very smooth interview with Matthew. I did feel tension when I asked him about Kalshi. It was like the one time I felt tension in the interview. So, yeah, there might be a bit below the surface there, but it was fun. I encourage folks to go look back at that. But clearly, I mean, the prediction market news is just rolling out by the day at this point. Probably enough content for a daily show. It really is wild. I want to take us through a few of the other headlines from the day. Arguably the biggest. Your good friend CZ got pardoned yesterday. We knew it was coming. We thought it was coming. We've talked about it on this show.
I mean, he broke the news by accident on my interview back in May. He said he applied for a pardon, and then he told me about how you can apply for a pardon, and nobody caught that. But you know, like he literally kind of like he said it in May.
There was the market did not expect it, so it was at just 5% to happen in October. So 20x for
October. Okay, what was the market for this year?
Pardon CZ.
Yeah, because I feel like October sure didn't expect it, but
I think maybe lower.
Really? Well, we fumbled that. Interesting.
I'm having trouble finding it here.
This one, like, people seem to have like mixed feelings about this one, eh? Like I tweeted yesterday, like, yo, like this is a good party, blah blah blah, and like a lot of people like mixed feeling here. I mean,
I think everyone, well, not everyone. I think there's a lot of stigma that it's all pay for play, so that it's just bribery and grift, and that anyone who's a criminal can effectively pay off the Trump family and get a pardon. I don't know if that's the case here or not. I don't have any additional information, but what I will say is like what he got slapped on was AML KYC violations. And I've shared this before on the show. That was my old wheelhouse. The last 5 years of my consulting career focused in AML KYC. And every single major bank in the United States has an active consent order against them right now for AML KYC violations. Like if you go in and examine all the biggest players in the world, that they're probably not up to snuff for every single thing you have to do. You have to have the right procedures documented. You have to have the right investigation protocols. You have to have evidence that you're reviewing every single alert that comes through and you're doing it the right way. The laundry list is so on. And that's why folks like me were employed, because they basically did, compliance via enforcement action. And we knew this was in the middle of Operation Choke Point. So where I'm going with this is, CZ and Binance probably weren't up to snuff with AML KYC demands from the U.S. government. Basically, no one was, and you could go after just about anyone for this. And I honestly think you could probably go after Coinbase for this right now. I'm sure there are parts of their AML KYC program that aren't 100% up to snuff. The fact that he gets pardoned here doesn't really surprise me. Especially
they're not putting the head of the HSBC in prison.
Exactly. It's like this was very targeted, and Trump
doesn't help. There's a Chinese company, right? I don't think that helped.
It doesn't help, but it is important to know that. So some of the big Dems were lashing out, right? So Maxine Waters blasted the pardon. I think so did Elizabeth Warren. And whether or not their backlash is rightful or not, the writing is on the wall that if these folks get back in power, they are potentially going to go back after some of these folks.
She just got community noted. Did you see that?
Who did?
I just saw just now. Elizabeth Warren. She said CZ pleaded guilty to criminal money laundering charge and was sentenced to prison. And then readers added context. This is a false claim. CZ did not plead guilty to money laundering. The count was one charge of violating the Bank Secrecy Act, failing to implement blah blah blah. So she got community noted on it. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
right there.
So, well, it's more just political rhetoric.
Yeah, it was political.
From a trading perspective, right? Let's talk about that. We're really selling off now. We lost 110.
Dude, that's crazy. Like every pump we did, but you know what? Back on the trading thing, because I had a long convo with my homies about this week here, because we were talking about this. Like once, it was with Ov actually. Like he's right in the sense 103 was heavily defended, and 107 again last night was heavily defended. There is a lot of buy side pressure on Bitcoin as well, right? And there is a ton of shorts to liquidate higher. I just think that I think Mando's talked about this. Don't get chopped here, right? He's becoming more and more right about that December call, where it's like this is where people lose millions, billions being erased from the market in that little range.
Yeah, if you're trying to trade on leverage in this range right now, just stop.
This reminds me of when we went to 70K. Remember that old range, and then we dipped to 70K twice, bang bang, and then we went to new highs. Yeah, right there, PTSD, dude. Same shit here.
It's how it always goes, and there's always. I feel like 100K is going to hold. The only fear is not the right word, but the only bearish take in the back of my mind is we usually have that one big dip before the grind up, right? So we had it here. You had it here back in June, right before we made the move up to 120. We had the sell off to 98. So could that play out again? Yeah, maybe. If enough ancient whales come together and try to sell all in one day, it can happen. I think it'll rebound pretty swiftly off of 98.
Insane, these whales, man. They have unlimited fucking Bitcoin, dude.
Turns out our lady quant does say that if we lose 103, right, we're going to 90.
She's saying 107, lose 107.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it was defended. Her line in the sand are female quant. Hey, the best quants on CT are females, because they don't get into the ego wars of trading, right? That's true. The alpha, y'all. Follow female quants. Your quant, Shardy B, it's a female, right? And she's I started following her. She's sharp, dude. She's sharp. She's good.
I think she is very good at momentum TA. So trying to figure out okay, are we going to bounce? Are we going to go higher?
Yeah.
But for I don't follow her I follow her for micro term, near term.
Yeah.
Trading info and analysis, not for okay, where are we going to go in Q2?
Yeah, my femme quant is great at Bitcoin. She only does Bitcoin. That's it.
I love that, right? That's all she focuses on.
Yeah. Shout out to LH. Shout out to the female quants out there. I think that's why they're so good. First of all, women have better like intuition than men. Second of all, they don't get involved in the whole ego wars like the other trader dudes online, Yeah, there you go. That's it. I think that's the post, right? Yeah.
This is one of them. Once weekly open is flipped, perhaps monthly open retest. Yeah, so this is not where she's calling for 93, but she called for that in a separate post. If 107 is lost, but 107 was defended. So
yeah, it was. I was looking at that last night. It was defended pretty well. But now we're just into it.
Yeah, shout out to our female quant. Back on the BNB eco news, we saw like a brief pump in BNB and Aster, then it kind of sold off. We did get an announcement. I don't think folks have really seen this or are talking about it much yet. Aster targeting 70 to 80% of season 3 fees for buybacks. They did like 150 million after season 2, like some absurd number. And I think season 3 is longer. And arguably, I think more tokens are up for grabs. I think you see a little bit less excitement for folks farming it, partially because it's longer, maybe because the token's down. I'm not actively farming it right now. Probably should be. But like where I'm going with this, it's going to be a big airdrop. I think the volumes are going to be high. Well, we know it, right? They've been beating Hyperliquid on the day and week.
Or DeFi Llama too. So
yeah, back on DeFi Llama. So they found the actual data here. So yeah, they're winning on the 24-hour and the 7-day by a pretty healthy margin. So there's going to be big fees, which means there's going to be a lot of buybacks. So I did cut my position at 94 cents. I was just tired of it. I think I sold the bottom, and now I'm debating like should I nibble back in? I'm not going to go back in the same size that I had on it, but I'm hesitant to just run right back into the trade because these buybacks, which is probably the biggest near-term driver, are still like weeks out. I want to be clear about that for someone else who's thinking about it. Man, like the chart, it looked awful. And like every pump is just being sold into.
Yeah, dude, there's like unlimited sellers of that shit. Like it's so annoying. Like so annoying. It's been horrible. Like terrible, honestly.
You were looking at hype the other day.
Dude, at $34, I was sitting there because I was like reassessing my positions the other night. And I was looking at hype. I was like, no way, 34 makes no sense. Like it's way too low. And then the next day I didn't buy, obviously. So like great idea. Wrong execution, classic me, and boom, Robinhood, boom, 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 $39. Am I reading this right? Like, there's someone just like turbo selling hype at the moment, so like somewhat suppressing the price. Yeah. Did you see that? I don't know.
I missed that.
I think there's a hype whale or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I haven't been home, so it's been hard. But in between tweets, like I thought I saw something about that.
Looks like pretty strong support around 35.
Yeah, that's it, right? And also, like Jeff was on that show there that you love,
TBPN, yeah.
That and like, man, like let's just be honest, like Hyperliquid. I mean, you could argue also Polymarket, but it doesn't have a token. It's like the breakout app in crypto of this year, and like Hyperliquid was like the biggest airdrop ever for a while. It's really good product, man. Like it's one of crypto's top 5 products. So I don't know, man. I like it. I just wonder.
I don't think like in the near term, like hyper near term, you're going to get like some crazy multiple. But like if you're ready to hold this and for some quarters, like it feels like one of the best out there. Like I will say that
100%. Yeah, top 5.
It was fun to see Jeff on TBPN, which is a more tech forward show. They get some crazy guests. They had Palmer Luckey on this week. They had Chetsky from Airbnb. And then Brian Armstrong was on. So actually pretty heavily crypto week. Brian Armstrong was on, and then Jeff from.
Is it me or Palmer Luckey was telling people to have kids at like 16 and 17?
He says some crazy advice. He was also like, he's a big nicotine tout. Big nicotine is coming back.
Oh God!
And saying basically like the positive focus and energy benefits outweigh the negative health effects. So Follow Paul Lucky for more health tips. It looks like we got some news out of Pump Fun here this morning.
Yeah.
So they acquired the Padre app. I'm seeing this for the first time.
Yeah, it happened when you opened the show, probably. Like it time checks out. We announced the acquisition of what's Padre? Terminal, high-speed trading. Okay, so it's a terminal.
Most rewarding terminal for multi-chain. Interesting. Next level analytics for Solana, BNB base, and ETH L1. So is Pump going multi-chain here? What to expect for the future? Padre will function as usual. What's going to change? Immense upgrades in user experience. The Padre token will no longer have utility. Interesting. So is this Padre or is this Pump Fun going multi-chain here?
That's the message I'm getting out of this. I'm going through the announcement as well. Padre will function as usual, including trading tokens across ultra-fast shipping. What's going to change? Immense upgrades in user experience especially for tokens launched on Pump Fun. Significant improvements in data, speed, and ultimately edge. Even better trading incentives. I mean, no signs here of multi-chain, at least not in the announcement.
Yeah. The reason why I think that is topical, and I posted about this morning. I don't know. Are you familiar with the FOMO app?
I've seen you and D's tweet about it a lot.
So like Andy 8052 was early to that. And I think he also angel invested. He's disclosed that as well. Like D's is on there. But there weren't a whole lot of folks on there. And what it is, it's try FOMO on X. It's kind of like a social meme trading app. So there's a leaderboard. You can see what your friends are doing. So like it's very easy to copy trade and wallet track. And there's like a fun little leaderboard, right? It's just a mobile trading meme app. But where it got interesting is they went multi-chain in the past couple of weeks. So it was previously just Solana. Then they opened it up to BNB. I think they're on ETH. So from what I've heard, and I've dabbled a little bit. I'm not an expert trader on FOMO. I'm not really trading memes right now. But that it's one of the easiest ways to trade across chains for memes specifically. So there is clearly demand for that. And their founder, tweeting out this morning that they had a new all-time high in volume at 7 a.m. So they're going to have a smashing all-time high. I've been chatting with them. I would like to have them on the show maybe next week. So maybe we'll hear more about FOMO. But where I'm going is I wouldn't be surprised to see Pump go multi-chain, right, as one of their next growth arms. Because I mean, folks,
that cross-chain trading makes sense. Yeah. You just make it all one thing, right?
And then you don't really know. Like with the beauty of FOMO is like you don't know what chain you're operating on. Like you need to deposit, but once you're in the app, you're just trading. So it's all behind the scenes, abstracted away.
That makes perfect sense. That's why I saw it. I think Polymarket's similar, right? Like you can deposit anything, but you're trading on Polygon, but you don't know it. But it's all on Polygon.
So interesting. How did the Pump token respond? It's been now a little bit of a weird morning.
They were up now, back to 4 billion. I mean, it's been hanging at that ICO price since that mega dump the other day. So it's been just hanging there since that Friday, October 10th, since 10:10.
Yeah.
It's just been grinding there. There's going to be a point in time where it just fully retraces the candle to the upwards.
It looks pretty good. Like higher lows, right? So
November. Non-stop November. It's coming.
We pray. Jesus, take the wheel. We could use a non-stop November more than anyone. What might help us there is more liquidity and more airdrops. So we had the Meteora airdrop yesterday. Not the most surprising price action, not the greatest price action. It was trading around 1 billion pre-market, now at 550 million. So it did take a bit of a haircut.
That Melania FUD, I saw that. That was crazy.
Yeah, so Decrypt wrote about that. Let me try to find the article. So
I mean, it's not FUD. It's
it's not FUD.
It's real.
What happened from the blockchain? Wallets that were tied to the Melania Trump meme launch got 1.2 million in Meteora tokens, and I mean, yeah, I know that. I mean, anyone who's involved in any of these high-profile meme launches that used Meteora probably qualified by like the rules of the program. And I guess this is where you have to think like, where do you put your finger on the scale, and maybe use some curation in who gets your tokens and who doesn't. I don't think the average user loves seeing the team that destroyed the 2025 meme rally and sent us all to zero, getting rewarded with millions of dollars in tokens.
Wild.
I haven't seen if they've done. They moved the tokens very quickly to different addresses. I don't know if we've followed up and see if they've sold or not. The wallets are literally named Melania Liquidity 1 and Melania Liquidity 2.
Oh my God. Dude, it's like the amount of money, we're talking billions with a B, that has been made by either Ben Chow, founder Meteora. I mean, he made 1.3 bill, that I know for a fact. He made 1 bill plus. But between him, Hayden, like that group, I forgot the name of his group, and other people involved, it's an absurd amount of money, dude. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Well, now, I mean, Decrypt also posted this yesterday, right? Ben Chow is
what?
Facing a lawsuit.
Oh yeah, the new lawsuit that just came out, right?
I think this is the story. I'm pulling it up for those who are in the stream. Legal filing in a class action crypto fraud suit points the finger not at Melania or Aave. They point it at Meteora founder Benjamin Chow.
Yeah, he was like the heart of it, right?
So this is class action. It looks like Herlock versus Kelsey Ventures. Was the latest filings that brought these claims. So we'll see what is to come out of that. But yeah, not the best price action for Meteora, but not a huge surprise in these market conditions that folks are going to take airdrop profits. And it seemed like a lot of folks who farmed this got pretty healthy airdrops. Like I've seen a lot of folks in the timeline, 50,000 tokens, 100,000 tokens. So like if you got those tokens, I think you're going to sell that. And now, some point in the near future, you can start to evaluate the token once the airdrop sell pressure is out. Like, okay, what do their fundamentals look like? I've seen they're doing some pretty big revenue numbers. Let's see if I can find Meteora. Like, where would they be? And let's try to find revenue, fees and revenue.
Revenue by protocol, up, left. Yeah.
All right. So, Meteora. All right.
Yeah, they're up there. It's great. It's a great product. It's a really good product.
Yeah. So they're top 10 in revenue on the 30-day, more than Aerodrome. Where's Aero trading? Let's check in on that.
Good question.
Wow. Aero's up there, man. 1.4 billion on Aero. That's pretty interesting. So Meteora. Okay. Well, actually, Meteora is 1/3 of the revenue. Okay, so it's actually trading exactly in line with Aerodrome. But some metrics to look at. We'll see what kind of buybacks with what the token utility is.
Well, 4meme is 5th still.
4meme.
Jesus.
40 million.
So actually, funny thing about this, I was at dinner, and we were talking. It was that night, Ovi, myself, and a friend of mine. We're talking about crypto and shit, obviously, because that's the only thing we ever talk about. And the server is like, you guys in crypto? And, we don't really want to get too deep into that. So like, amongst we trade all sorts of things, we just all things. Anyways, an hour passes by, comes back. And he's like, any alpha for me? He goes, yeah, I was trading meme coins on Solana. And then lately I did the BNB meta, but it didn't last long, and I was dying laughing because he's so tapped in. He's like, yeah, I was just doing the BNB meta on 4meme, and I was laughing. But he goes, but I think Solana is coming back, in November, December. It's so funny, man. It always comes back to Solana. I'm telling you, the trenches are like Solana's like the trench thing, But it was funny. He was like tapped in. He's like, yeah, just the BNB memes, and now I'm doing Solana. So then we were like, have you ever heard of REKT? Obviously, we're kidding, joking. He's like, oh no, I don't buy meme coins on Ethereum. I was like, yeah, you should buy some REKT, and we're just laughing with Ovi.
It's incredible. It's actually we're not gonna have time to get into it because I know we gotta do our YEET giveaways here in a second. But this A16 crypto state of crypto report, we talked about briefly yesterday. I wrote about it in the newsletter today. I do encourage folks to look at it. There's this this point of view on CT that there's no one coming, retail's not coming. That's not what the data says. 40 to 70 million monthly active crypto users across the globe. And what's interesting is where they're coming from. So mobile wallet usage is growing the fastest in emerging markets: Argentina, Colombia, India, and Nigeria. Argentina with a 16x increase in mobile wallet usage over the last 3 years. So this is where mobile wallets are growing. And then for token trading, it is more developed nations. Australia showing the most growth, then South Korea, United Kingdom, Canada, United States, and then the rest of Europe, Spain, Germany, France. So I do think that was fairly interesting. There's a lot to unpack from this. Maybe we'll have a longer conversation about some of these trends and takeaways from 2025. Because if you look through this, my high-level takeaway is like this was a very positive year for crypto. And I think so many people have a negative slant. Like the common trope that nothing is being built, nothing is coming out of this. It's all scam.
Yeah.
Like
we should go deep into that one maybe on Monday or something, because it's always a great piece of work here that I want to like read it over the weekend. But
Degenz is saying it's time to fart, and he's right.
Hold on 1 second. Did you see MYRIAD's last post?
Oh no, let's pull it up. Sorry, Ty, not quite yet, my friend.
Oh, I have nothing to say about it. I just want you to acknowledge it. I may have stuff to say about it on Monday. That's it. You should look at the comments.
We've got a blurred out video here.
Yeah, I think you need some glasses or something. I don't know.
I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
What it looks like it might be a logo
what are the comments like?
that folks are familiar with. BNB season. BNB.
Oh.
BNB chain. Oh, BNB chain. Showing
shit.
Eyeball emojis. Very interesting. Why would the BNB chain be reacting to a MYRIAD video?
I don't know. Maybe they like the color. Yeah.
So maybe
I think it's a partnership with Epic Duck or something. I don't know.
Might be notable. Might be something to take note of here, folks.
That's it. That's all I have to say. We can go back to the Farcoin race thing.
We went around the horn on most of the stories here from today. So it looks like the YEET code, last chance to get in the YEET code. Fart Friday.
Charlie, that's not your best work. You're a big code guy.
We gotta get Charlie out of Japan. We gotta get him back.
Yeah, dude.
We gotta get him. We gotta get him back with better codes because we can do better.
Gotta come home, Charlie. It's enough Japan, all right?
Do we know how we're doing the giveaways here today?
I actually did not pay attention. Charlie. Oh, okay, he's typing. So there's 4 winners today. Four
winners. Big day.
4. Just the code. All right, 4 code winners. 4 people with the code. We're gonna pick 4 people that use the FOMO Hour code on yeet.com, and we're gonna run 4 races, I guess, bro.
So we're just doing code. Yeah, just the code today. All right, and then we're gonna
you can't do $1,000 bet, right, on per coin. I think there's a limit.
We typically do $250 per coin, right? And we pick 2. So are we just gonna do that, or are we gonna do something different?
I was thinking maybe just yeet 1,000 and 1,000, but we can do that, yeah, 4 races. But I just don't know if there's a limit. You know what I mean? Like we just put the whole 2K in. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, and the 4 folks just split it.
Yeah, in 4. You know? Let me see. What's the max? Okay, let me see the information.
Yeah, you would have to put 1,000 on Fart.
Okay, max wager on Farcoin is $1,000. And
right.
the other 2K, 3K, 5K, 10K. So we can. Should we just run a mega race?
Mega race. Now the question is, how many coins do we bet on? Do we still just do 2, or do we do 3 to increase the odds that we hit?
Or we can do 4. Hold on, we need Charlie. Charlie, you're gonna share your screen. Like, how are we picking the winners?
Yeah, folks, we gotta see who wins first up.
Let's do it. Let's pull it up, and then I'll pull up the thing. Meanwhile, in the races, Ethereum just won, and then Dogecoin just won. So I'm monitoring, guys. All right, let's go.
Wheels
4
up.
winners.
Oh,
Let's do it.
We got a crowded wheel today, folks.
All right, the first winner.
Wow.
Look at Max. Oh, he's actually in here. Look at him. He's like right there. He's like chatting with us. Let's go.
I've been seeing Delica Max all over my timeline. Way to go,
Yeah,
Max.
I see Delica Max all over my feed as well. Congratulations. Delica Max, start picking a coin. Like aside from Farcoin. Like pick one coin already. We can do 4 races. They're quick races.
All right, that's fine. Let's do 4 races.
It's a quick game, yeah. Delica Max, you can pick something already aside from Farcoin. Oh, Charlie? No, do the 4 winners. Where's Charlie at? Oh, he picked ETH. Yo.
All right.
Oh, there he is. There he is. All right. Let's monitor the situation here. Who's winning? All right. Let's pick an ETH the first one. Sebastiano. If he's not here, we can So Sebastiano. There you go.
All right. We got 2 winners. We're going to get 2 more, and then we'll spin the wheel.
Sebastiano's here. Pick a coin. Pick a coin, Sebastiano. Oh, almost shy. Whoa. Ooh. All right. So, Sebastiano, pick a coin aside from oh, Fub is here as well. Fub and Sebastiano, please pick coins aside from Farcoin. Please pick a coin.
Sebastian, we need your coin too. Let's go.
Sebastian and Fub, please pick a coin. Sebastiano's BTC.
Right,
Okay.
Fub picks Solana. All right, cool.
So it's gonna be ETH, BTC, Solana, and then the last winner. I guess they have to do those. After 3 long years, let's go, Fub. Come on.
Ooh, let's go, baby.
Ooh, Friday. Let's go. Congratulations, guys. I like that. Damn, Fub has been trying to win for 3 years now. He just won.
This is a nice winner set. Very nice winner set here.
All right. Yeah, so we did 4 different levels of volume. We did $1 volume, $10 volume, $100 volume, and $1,000 volume in the back, just to be more fair. Just to, just to have fun and pick all sorts of people. That way, some people did little volume but watch every day. Some people made a lot of bigger volume and did, so give everybody a chance here. We like to give everybody a chance on FOMO Hour. All right, so who was the last one? Brian. Pick one.
Okay, it's REKT. I'm it's Brian. That's what he's saying. REKT Degenz.
Yes, it's the Clubhouse days. I'm pretty sure it's true. Hold on.
Let's just verify that behind the scenes. But yeah, I think we can start running out the first. Delica Max has ETH and Fart, 250 each.
Oh no, the race started. Fuck. Oh, yeah. You see my screen, right? But you can't hear the sound.
Now we can hear it.
You can?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh, good, sick. Well, I think people on the screen will hear it.
We should. Maybe not.
All right, let's spray on Farcoin. Good. All right. First race. This is Delica Max.
Roll the dice.
Oh, 87.
Oh, God.
ETH, right?
Yeah, ETH 50 more.
Perfect.
All right, let's go, baby.
Delica Max.
Come on, Max.
Let's go.
It's the kid. Yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on,
Big Mac.
Let's go, baby.
All right.
And, by the way, you already each won $500. Okay, this is good.
All right. Oh.
That came out of nowhere.
Oh.
All right.
Had to run out.
So, Delica Max.
Eat it already.
You still make $500. So, congratulations.
All right. This race is Bitcoin and Fart 70x. This is Sebastiano.
Who's this one for? Sebastiano. And who was Solana? And the last person, what did they pick? Right?
He hasn't picked. I think we just give him Doge.
Doge? Okay. That's true because we're doing 4 different ones. All right, let's go.
Oh, Fart's out. Sorry, Seth.
Come on.
Now we need the favorite. Come on,
Bitcoin.
Come on.
Oh,
Doge won. Pull that.
12 eggs,
Place your
dude.
bets.
All right, so this one is Solana. All right.
Damn, Mando wins again.
So Sebastian gets 500.
Go $500. We're listening to the
All
show.
right, this one is Foob.
Wait, did I not wager the right amount? Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, what was that?
That was Doge right off the bat.
All right, Doge that. That's good. We
Oh,
got
this is a tight race.
two of the horses, baby. Come on.
I've never hit Farcoin in my life. Oh.
All right, we got. Woo. All right, come on, Farcoin.
Oh, fucker. That was so close. God damn it, man. All right, well, Brian, last one.
All right, it's Brian. Unbelievable.
Mando wins again.
If we don't hit any 4 winners, I think we might have to abandon coin rates.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like every week is like fucking hell, man. We may have to
Come on,
change
Brian.
the
We need a Farcoin to save
Come on,
face.
let's go. We believe. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
all right.
Hey, dude, Doge is a 10x. Okay, this is
Oh,
good.
Like that, all
Okay,
right.
okay, so get Farcoin out. Go,
Come on,
go,
Doge.
go,
Come on, Doge.
go, go. Please. Go. Reverse. Yes, reverse.
We're live. We're live.
Come on.
No!
Mother.
Unbelievable.
Oh
Man,
my
no win.
God.
Man, no win.
Damn. God.
Times are tough.
Yeah, the irony that Mando has one of the fairest casinos in terms of winning odds. I know. We're kidding. Yeah, I know. We love Mando. All right, well, guys, that was fun. Guess we'll see each other Monday, Tyler.
We'll be back. Want to thank our listeners. As always, thank our partners. Folks, we'll be back Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Till then, go make a beautiful
Peace.
day.